Hi folks, I'm Laird Landon. This is the third video in our three-part series on the therapeutic triangle. In this video, I want to talk directly to you caregivers about things you can do to make the office visit more effective. The first, as you walk into the office, the exam room, find a way to sit slightly behind your loved one so that you can make eye contact and use nonverbal communication to communicate with a doctor. If the patient says something that is clearly off the wall, you can just shake your head. You can nod. You can say that isn't true. And if you're just a little behind and your patient, your loved one, is focusing on the doctor, it will be a clue to the doctor. It will also let the doctor know you actually are there as a participant. You just aren't a driver that brought your patient in. Second, and this sounds simple, but it's important, respect your doctor's time. And the way to do that, we all know doctors are charging by 15-minute increments, and they always seem to be in a hurry because they got somewhere to go, and some of them aren't very good at hiding that. But the best way to do that is to be prepared. Know what you want to talk about when you go in. And I will give you some specifics on it. Second, having your mind also that you want to be a positive partner with the doctor to help. Be careful about complaining or disagreeing with the doctor. That sets you apart. Find opportunities to say, that's helpful. I like that. I will do that. Take notes. When you take notes, they're extremely helpful. You might be emotional when you're in there, but by taking notes, first, you can remember yourself, but also you can correct your loved one when they make up what they think happened in the meeting. And you have the notes right there and refer to them. And finally, when you want to communicate with your family what's going on, you have written notes that will help you remember what happened. And when you do that with the family, they will come to appreciate what you're doing and respect your efforts instead of arguing with you. When you go into the visit, take your list of questions. Have topics. I've found it's a good idea to put them on a 3x5 card and hold them in your hand so the doctor sees them when you walk in the room. They will know immediately you're prepared and have an agenda. And you might not begin with your agenda, but later on you find that even the doctor might say, what's on your list? Or you might say, I've got a couple of questions we haven't covered. And then you have a little control over what's going on. I found that very effective for preparing me to be effective on the visit, and also being a signal to the doctor. Keep a log of your loved one's behavior. Now, this is a log of the things that happen during your regular day that bring pleasure to your loved one. The things that frustrate them, the things that frustrate you, the emotional meltdowns that occur. If you keep a log of these kinds of emotions and events and put them in dates, you will be able to do what the doctors do. They don't tell you this, but they compare each of us and your loved one on a visit with their notes of the previous visit to monitor the significant differences. It also gives you a little sense of control. You are preparing a log, a history of this event, and it will give you a little more feeling about where you've been and where you're going. And that's quite important to us caregivers because we get so focused on the day, we don't get sleep at night, and we get up in the morning and we don't even know if we have enough energy to get done with the day. But if we have a log, it grounds us into what's happened before and what's likely to happen again. Ask for a separate appointment. Now, some physicians, you might imagine, won't want to talk to you because you're not the patient. Some doctors will. And this may be a strong statement, but if your loved one has a physician who will not talk to you separately, maybe you ought to think about another physician, because this therapeutic triangle is critical to your loved one's journey. And if you feel isolated and can't even talk to your loved one's doctor, something's wrong. But in my experience, most doctors, if you think they're at all caring and empathetic, will agree to see you. I'm not an expert. I don't know if they get paid for that or not. But I found many physicians are glad to talk to you. Ask for being a part of the care plan. If medications are prescribed, talk to the doctor about what they are, and don't defer to your loved one on saying whether they will take them or not. And in middle stage, as I mentioned to doctors in the previous video, you need an end-of-life care plan. What is going to be the role of religion? What is the role of the kind of emergency treatments that might be given to your patient? When do you want to be called to be told that your loved one might be dying? This is an inexact science. There are physical signs of active dying, which means the person is likely to die within the next 2 weeks. However, that doesn't mean it's predictive highly. Do you want to be alerted at the first signs of active dying or later? What do you want to have done to prepare the body? Who do you want to be in the room? These things, along with the care plan that has medications, has eating habits, has what is monitored, the amount of sleep, the amount of exercise. If you are involved with writing the care plan and then give it to any other professional who is going to spend time with your loved one, that care plan directs what they're doing, and you can monitor the behavior. If they don't do what's in the care plan, you can bring it up and you can get compliance with the care plan. Those are some ideas that I hope are helpful. It's important for us caregivers to be involved with the physician and all of the people providing care to your loved one throughout the journey. It is important for you to be respected as the primary caregiver, the one who spends more time with your loved one than anyone. We are not just treating a body. We are treating a person who has emotions, and you know about those emotions better than any physician. So be proactive.